So when I'm fishing this dock deal, I got a little finesse thing. You'll probably see me throw like a jig in a little bit, but there's a finesse thing that I like to do with docks, and we've talked about like the Power Ned before. So I have an 1/8 ounce Power Ned right there. One thing I'll tell you to do is take the brush guard, especially when you're fishing around heavier cover, and just take your thumb and do one of those. Just fan it out just a hair. What that does is it gives better coverage for the hook point right there, makes it run just a hair cleaner, because usually when those brush guards come out of the package, they're super tight, which is great and all, but I want it fanned out a little bit. And then I'm just gonna throw this thing. I have it on, this is a 610 medium heavy, I think it's like the Scott Canterbury series spinning rod. Basically, I just want something that has a little bit of backbone, but something that has some tips so I can flick this thing. It's hard to do on a bait caster. You can, and if I was better at like this whole game of skipping and stuff, I might do it on a bait caster, but I like the sensitivity and the way it loads up on spinning tackle. I just think I land more fish on the spinning tackle, and I feel the bite better, because a lot of times they bite on the fall, and the spinning rod just has a better kind of feel, I don't know, when the bait's falling, and I get them out of there. I only have 8-pound test on here to 14-pound braid, so then I'll take an ace, I cut them like literally in half so I can use both sides. In this case, I really don't care about having the point, and then I'm gonna just slide it on just like that, bring it out, and then there's a small screw lock on there. And this is why, other than the fact that it's kind of a little more of a heavy cover deal, this is why I like the Power Ned to do this, because it basically, the bait never slips down, and when you're skipping, you're putting a lot of, I guess you call it like pressure on the bait. So it turns out just like that, super simple, dumb rig. But the bait doesn't slip down, so I can kind of slang it and wang it as much as I want, and I don't got to worry about resetting it or putting a new plastic on all the time. I can really beat up, especially if you use a slightly like harder plastic on these. You can really beat the heck out of it, dude. Throw it into a tree, rip it out, catch like 5 fish on it, the bait will be ripped a little and you can still fish it. But that's my setup for finesse fishing some of these docks. It gets me a few bites and gets me kind of keyed in on, hey, this dock has some fish on it, let's expand our bait selection and maybe try a few different things.